Chapter 16 Kitami's Decision. Tokyo Suburbs. Bunta drove with Kitami to the Kirafuda estate in the Subaru GC8. The drifters were following them along with a flatbed tow truck Kitami brought for the Countach. Kitami was unusually silent.
Why the silent treatment?
Bunta said.
After hearing Kaido plead for mercy, I thought you'd show some enthusiasm. It's just something I've thought about for a while, Bunta. Even before this race began.
Kitami explained.
I'm not getting any younger, and I've never shown anyone my tuning techniques. If I were to die tomorrow, all my tuning techniques would die with me. So, why don't you teach someone your tuning techniques and expertise?
Bunta asked.
Bunta, it's not that simple as choosing someone.
Kitami continued.
They have to be dedicated, determined, unafraid. They have to have the guts and courage to push past safe points. Otherwise, it would be pointless to teach someone my techniques. I see,
Bunta said.
You think you're running out of time. I am running out of time,
Kitami said.
I'm not young anymore, Bunta, and I can't just let all my knowledge go to waste. My only concern is the candidate I now have in mind. Let me guess. Manuel Fernandez.
Bunta asked.
Well, hell no, not him. He's not the right choice. Too stubborn and headstrong.
Kitami looked out the windshield with a grim look.
I'm considering teaching my techniques to Yuya Kirafuda.
Bunta shot a surprised look at Kitami.
Yuya? Why him? He is a perfect choice,
Kitami said.
He had the courage to stand up against his father. Not many young men have that trait these days. Especially when they're in a position like Yuya was in. Plus, he's already willing to push past the limit, as I have seen from his NSX designs and tuning setups. I watched the Speedmaster competition 2 years ago, and I have waited to see if Yuya would be a suitable successor to me. Now that he's willing to go against all odds, even against his father, I know he's ready to learn. The question is, will he want to?
Bunta looked down the road as they pulled up to the Kirafuda estate. Manuel and Yuya's cars were already parked outside the gate.
Only one way to find out,
Bunta said, parking the Subaru. Manuel, Takumi, Akio, Spitfire, Throttle, Vinny, Moto, and Stoker followed Yuya through the rear grounds of the estate to where Charlie and Carbine were being held. They were avoiding and bypassing all the estate's security. Quick, back here! Yuya motioned to a utility shed on the grounds far from the house. That's where they are. The regenerator's in there too. Good, Manuel said, hearing pounding on the shed's door. Let's get them out of there. Yuya unlocked the door, and rocketing out of the shed was Carbine, followed by Charlie. Carbine went straight for Yuya as soon as he was in sight, taking him to the ground. She had a gardening tool up to his throat. Whoa! Carbine, stop! Manuel snapped.
Give me one good reason.
Carbine snarled.
How about me?
Throttle said. Carbine looked up at Throttle in disbelief.
You're okay,
she said, dropping the gardening tool.
Ironically, you have Manuel and Yuya to thank.
Spitfire explained.
If it weren't for Yuya, Manuel wouldn't have gotten to them in time.
Carbine ran up into Throttle's arms and they embraced each other. Charlie did the same with Vinny. Manuel watched, smiling at both their reunions, but he also felt guilty. After they got the regenerator, the mice would have to get back to Mars, which meant he possibly wouldn't see Throttle for a long time, if at all. That dread was confirmed when Stoker entered the shed and came out with the regenerator, ready for transport.
Alright, it's time to get off this rock and back onto our own,
Stoker said, getting out a communications device.
You know where our bikes are, Yuya?
They're in the garage, Yuya answered. He ran over and opened the garage, and to his great surprise, the bikes drove out of the garage and up to their owners.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Throttle said as they walked out front.
What did the best signal to contact the ship over on, say, Mount Fuji?
Before we leave, I need to talk to Yuya,
Kitami said, walking up and surprising everyone. Yuya was confused and nervous. What is it you needed to talk to me about, Kitami-san? Kitami walked up to Yuya.
I'm not going to be around forever to tune cars like Akio's, Tatsuya's, or Manuel's. I need to pass everything I've learned on to someone else, so when the time comes, my traditions and tuning techniques won't be lost. I would like it if you would be the one to continue my traditions of tuning, Yuya Kirafuda. You've proven you have the know-how, but tonight, you've proven you have something much more. You have courage and the guts to push past the limit no matter what. You stood up against your father, and that was the proof I needed. I want to teach you my tuning techniques and skills, but I won't force you like your dad forced you into racing. It's your choice to accept or not.
Yuya was stunned by this sudden offer. To learn the trade of the Devil's Tuner. The offer sent his mind reeling. Finally, he spoke up, fighting back tears of gratitude. Yes. Yes, I accept, Kitami-san. I will uphold the traditions and techniques of your trade. I am willing to learn. Kitami smiled.
Alright then. Now, let's get back to the business at hand. We need to get to Mount Fuji so Throttle and his group can contact the ship to get back home, right?
Everyone nodded in unison.
Alright then, what are we waiting for?
Throttle shouted as he and Carbine jumped on their bike.
It's time to rock and ride.
The rest of the group followed suit and jumped on their bikes as well. They rode off the estate's grounds and onto the road out front. Manuel was close behind, running to his car, smiling as the drifters watched Throttle and the others peel off down the road. He jumped into his Focus, Takumi into his 8.6, Akio in the Double Z, and Yuya into his NSX. What are we waiting for? Manuel shouted as he rolled down his window, waving to the drifters. Pedal to the metal, people! And they all took off down the road. Their destination, Mount Fuji.